Please help me reach 1,500 subscribers. I work in construction for a living, which means early mornings, long hours, and coming home with every muscle in my body screaming. Natalie, my wife, always said she understood. She told me she respected the sacrifices I made to provide for us, that she loved me, and I believed her without question. That morning began just like any other. I kissed her on the forehead at exactly 6 a.m., grabbed my travel mug, and stepped out the door. She was still asleep, curled under the blanket, peaceful and warm. If I had known what awaited me that day, I would have stayed in bed and never walked out. Around midday, my supervisor called. The job sites were down due to a materials delay and some issues on the inspection front. He told me to take the rest of the day off. I could hardly believe my luck. I decided to surprise Natalie. Maybe we'd grab lunch, maybe just enjoy some quiet time together. But when I pulled into our driveway, a car I didn't recognize was parked in front. My stomach twisted, but I tried to brush it off. Could be a delivery, a visitor, anything. Still, an uneasy feeling crept in. I approached the front door slowly, my hand damp as I turned the knob. Something in my gut told me to pause. The moment I stepped inside, I heard it. Low laughter, hushed voices, and unmistakably, a man's voice. My chest tightened. Step by step, I crept down the hallway, each footfall heavier than the last, until I reached our bedroom. Our bedroom. The door was slightly ajar. My heart felt like it had been smashed in my chest. And there they were. Natalie, the woman who had promised to spend her life with me, wrapped around another man. Her hands, her touch, exactly the way she used to touch me. They were completely unaware of my presence, lost in each other. My mind shut down for a moment. It felt surreal, like watching someone else's life unravel before my eyes. Then reality hit me like a blow. My fists clenched, jaw tight, and for a moment I wanted to scream, to explode, but I didn't. Instead, I pulled out my phone. I recorded just enough, a few seconds of undeniable proof. Then I forced myself to step back, breathe, and quietly leave the house. I sat in my truck gripping the steering wheel, trying to process the storm of betrayal crashing through me. Anger, disbelief, shame, all at once. Then I made a decision. I sent the video to Natalie. No words, no explanation, just the evidence. Moments later, chaos erupted inside, screaming, doors slamming. The front door burst open, and Natalie ran toward me, wrapped in a robe, her face pale. "Please wait," she cried. "It's not what it looks like." I looked at her, numb. "I know exactly what it is." She reached for me, but I stepped back. Behind her, the man stood half-dressed, frozen, looking like he wished he could vanish. "You don't understand," she sobbed. "I understand everything," I said. I started the engine and drove away. Her calls flooded my phone, non-stop, desperate. I didn't answer. By the time I reached my friend Mark's place, my phone was overflowing with messages full of apologies, excuses, please. I ignored them all. That's when I realized the truth. She wasn't sorry for what she did. She was sorry she got caught. Mark didn't ask questions. He handed me a beer and let me sit there in silence. That night, sleep was impossible. Every time I closed my eyes, the image replayed itself. The next morning, the messages kept coming. Promises, explanations, desperate attempts to justify it. I wanted none of it. I wanted peace. I sent one simple text. "I'll have someone come get my things." Nothing more. The moment I sent it, the weight pressing on my chest lifted. I was done fighting for someone who had already chosen someone else. I stayed with Mark for a few days, ignoring calls from Natalie and even from friends. She had already begun spinning her version, calling it a mistake, claiming it meant nothing. But the video didn't lie. By the end of the week, her family knew. Our friends knew. Lies don't survive evidence. I never yelled. I never begged. I never created a scene. I simply walked away. That, more than anything, was the strongest move I could have made. Please help me reach 1,500 subscribers.